Morning. Making our feed circle this morning. Tell everybody hi, Dubs. Me and J-Dub preached yesterday a little sermon called Quit Straining. And been quite a few folks text me or message me and say, hey man, I needed to hear that because I find myself straining. And so I'm going to just kind of talk a little bit about what Paul was a man of, he strained a lot too. In fact, when Jesus confronted him on the road to Damascus, I was supposed to talk about this Sunday, but of course I always put way too much in a sermon and my alarm goes off and I'm like, golly, I didn't even touch on that. But in Paul's account of his, and when Paul's giving his testimony in Acts 26, when Jesus met him on the road to Damascus, he actually, when you read it, I think it's in Acts 9 maybe, where that actually is recorded. But then Paul shares it in Acts 26. He's given his testimony. He says, so there's two, it's the same incident, and same time, same thing. But in Acts 9, it just says, a light around the noon hour, so bright, knocks me to the ground. And I hear a voice, Paul heard a voice that said, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? And he said, who are you, Lord? He said, I am, and get up. And he led into Damascus, told him where to go. Well, when Paul gives his testimony of it, there is a sentence added. He said, Jesus said, it is hard for you to kick against the goad. Why was that not, was that had to have been said? Jesus made a statement to Saul, it is hard for you to kick against the goads. And so you wonder, what does that mean? You go to digging, and the goads is a tool that they used in farming back then to make the ox work. If the ox didn't want to go in the right direction, or the ox wanted to quit, or they had a goad and it was a long stick with a pointy end, and they'd poke that sucker. It's kind of like a hot shot for us. And so he's like, what is it must be hard for you to kick in. It is hard for you to kick against the goads. He didn't ask him a question, he told him. And it's the same thing the Lord, spoke to me. I'm straining, and I'm not rebellious, but I'm straining, and I'm kicking. Me, for us, there's like the goads are the Holy Spirit within us that are conviction. He convicts us of what we should be doing. When I say convicts, that word actually means convince. The Holy Spirit in me convinces me what I should and shouldn't do, all the way down to my thoughts. It's some actions. Then if you go go backwards, my actions, when they're wrong, the Holy Spirit convinces me that I shouldn't have acted that way. My words, when they're wrong, when they're not good words, the Holy Spirit convinces me you should not have said that. Then my thoughts, when I have those thoughts, the Holy Spirit will convince me don't be having those thoughts. And so, as you desire to quit kicking against the goads, to quit straining, it's your actions. You do it backwards to frontwards. Then you begin to live it first to last. Actions, words, thoughts. But in order to live without straining, thoughts, words, actions. I'm learning to gather my thoughts. And when I have that thought, say, I'm trying my best to have a day of rest this year and honor the Sabbath, and not because it's a law, but because I need it. It's just a fact that we need the Sabbath. That's why God gave it to us. Boy, my eyes are different colors today, ain't they? That's all I can see is the left eye's bright blue. So it's important that we go, okay, look, when my thought kicks in, as I'm taking a Sabbath and a day of rest, and my thought is, you got so much to do, you can't sit on your butt. I need to take that thought captive, and today I'm at rest, trusting in the Lord. I got 6 more days I'll work and get all I can get done. So just kind of chew on that, and ask yourself, where are you kicking against the goads? Where are you straining? And are you willing to trust the Lord and change how your actions that are connected to your words, and they started out as a thought, how do we adjust that? Where our thoughts are different, our words become different, and our actions are different. I hope you don't strain today. I hope you can be thankful and enjoy today. I hope you have a great week. And I just be it's a beautiful weather. Spring is springing. Pollen is everywhere in East Texas. Adios.